What's going on YouTube? How's everybody? So I got another movie in the mail from zip.ca, very good website for getting movies. This one I got inspired again by Ricky Shore. It's called Martyrs. It's a 2008 kind of horror film. Really cool movie. I really liked it. I liked the first like 2/3 of it the most. Really cool movie. It was almost a 5-star movie for me until like the end and stuff. But yeah, really well done. Really good use of gore, good storyline, well acted, well produced, well directed. Very cool movie. I really wish they'd make more horror movies like this. It was actually serious and it was like actually kind of gripping to watch the whole thing. It was very interesting. It was very thought-provoking. I'm gonna start spoiling the movie. Martyrs is about this girl, this young kid who was being tortured in a warehouse, and she was tied to a chair and getting beat up, and then she escaped, and I think she started living in this group home, and then she made friends with this girl, and it skips ahead 15 years later, and the little girl escapes, and she has a shotgun, and she goes to this family's house and just blows everyone away. A really awesome scene. Really just starts shooting the dad, shoots the mom, shoots the son, shoots the daughter, and the whole time she's crazy too, and she's hallucinating. She sees this like butchered kind of ghost figure, this horribly scarred kind of woman who's naked running around cutting her up and stuff. She's got all this kind of psychological damage. Very cool movie though. It was very creepy. I wish they'd make more movies like this. Like, to me this blows like Hostel out of the water and like all the Saw movies, but it wasn't like torture porn or anything like that. Really cool movie. But yeah, it turns out that this family is involved in some sort of secret society where they try to get young girls to go into this martyr state where they can see the other world and other dimensions and like afterlife or whatever they think's going on, where they just torture and cause suffering to these girls until they start like, I don't know, they go into this state of transcendence or something. They see other dimensions. I don't know. I didn't really understand. Like, that was one of the flaws I found in the movie, is like, who is funding all this, and like, why are you so interested in the afterlife that you would go to such extent to like, and they've been doing this for years, I guess, like for 17 years, and they've only had it happen 4 times, and only once, the one in this movie, is the only time where the girl actually communicated. But yeah, this family's house has all these secret rooms where they have like chained up girls and they're being tortured in all these cool creative ways. It's a very bloody movie, very graphic, very like interesting though. Like, I was interested the whole movie. The only part that got kind of boring is when one of the main characters, because the girl who went crazy and shot up the family, she gets killed at some point, and then her friend gets kidnapped by the organization and tortured, and that happens in like the last third of the movie, which kind of slowed down the pace because it's just her in the basement chained to a chair getting like, you know, slapped around, fed this kind of like pea soup mush shit that doesn't look very good, and she slowly like goes crazy and starts hallucinating. I wish they did more with the organization and seeing what they were doing, like how the secret society operates and stuff, because they just kind of show up and just ask a few questions, show her some pictures of like martyrs from the past, and they all have this like wide open look on their face looking up like, oh, look at these expressions, they didn't believe in God but they must be seeing something. It's like, I don't know the science behind this whole searching for martyrs thing. It wasn't really explained in the movie. But yeah, pretty cool movie, very creative uses of camera angles. Like I said, it was well directed. The director is a guy named Pascal Laugier. Like, it's a French film, so it's a French name, Pascal Laugier. And other movies he's done that I put on my zip list was House of Voices and Brotherhood of the Wolf. House of Voices looked kind of good. Brotherhood of the Wolf just looked like some sort of werewolf thing, but yeah, very unflinching movie. I'd like to know how you get a job being one of these torturers, though. Like, where do you sign up? Is this like a Republican thing in France? Like, what is this? How do you get a job as a professional torturer? This guy gets blown away. This is where he starts blowing everybody apart. Awesome scene. But yeah, if you want a more elaborate review, go check out Ricky Shore. I'll put up an annotation. He'll have clips of the movie up to you. He'll go into more detail of the whole torturing and stuff. He has more clips than what I'll show. But I just want to say, really good movie. Really enjoyed it. It's very refreshing to watch a good horror movie like this. They don't make horror movies like this all the time. They do make horror movies where people are being tortured a lot, but it's not like Hostel did have a lot of torture, but it was kind of boring to me. Like it started off very slow, and the torturing scenes are kind of like kept to a minimum. This has graphic violence throughout, and cool story, very disturbing, well acted. Nothing really Hollywood cheesy about it. Yeah, good use of tension. I don't know. I would like my only gripes are this whole society thing that's torturing girls didn't really make a lot of sense. Like, how do you get a thing like that organized? But who knows? Oh yeah, and they're also wondering what to do when the family's killed. The two girls didn't know what to do. Like, if I were them, I would just burn the house down. That's what I would have done instead of trying to bury all the bodies in the backyard and cleaned it up. Just light that thing on fire, burn it down, get out of Dodge is what I would have done. But what oh well. Good movie though. I recommend it to horror fans. If you're not a horror fan, I wouldn't watch it though. It's pretty disturbing if you have like a weak mind, soft mind. Pretty cool stuff though. I really, really like this movie. Almost 5 stars, so 4.5.